Robert Heffernan, EndoTech, exclusively for the Pareto Network, Pareto token holders. This is Blockchain Vitals, our daily show, talking crypto assets, blockchain news, and such. It's Monday, and a little rebound here, a little bump, as you would say, and nobody happier than I am because pretty much play these things from the long side. So I look for strength to get involved, and we saw a little bit of that today. And I jumped in a little bit, mostly on sometimes the news when it drives the chart. I'll get involved in anticipation of a better close, of a better trade setup. I sometimes get that itchy trigger finger and say to myself, you know what, I'm going to jump in here before the close because I see where it's closing unless something drastic happens between now and then. I like the setup. All right. And in particular, well, two things. Let's do the rounds first, and then we'll talk the vitals. Doing the rounds, a little segment we do every day talking crypto assets, things that are in the news, what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing. And I actually did watch the live stream this morning of the conference in New York, Consensus 2018, and the St. Louis Fed president was on a discussion, not a panel, it was himself giving analysis from the Fed's point of view, and some very interesting things that he said. And I believe when he was talking, there's two things that possibly happened to spike this market. First, he was talking when the market turned and rallied hard. And we saw that in the fiat world all the time. When a Fed president would say something, it would affect the fiat world. And we're talking, trillions of dollars of investment money. People pay attention when the Fed talks, Forget about Smith Barney. When the Fed talks, people listen. And I think they were listening this morning. And basically, he was very, if the word is dovish, saying that he sees a world where there could be coexistence between fiat currencies and cryptocurrencies. He did point to some awesome history, and that he doesn't see how a bunch of cryptocurrencies can survive with the implied volatility that he thinks will be involved in them, and the fact that people most of the time do not want to have 15 choices in a wallet of a currency that they possibly will pay for. Throughout history, people haven't liked to do that. It is a lot easier now in a digital age where you could just hold them in a wallet. It's not like you have a bunch of different bills from a bunch of different issuers clogging up your paper wallet. But that being said, he does see that he said that he sees a world where coexistence can definitely play out. And for me, that says that the Fed sees that. He also said that transactional volume is important, and things that transactionally can happen in a crypto space in the end help the economy. As long as they aren't for nefarious or illegal things, it's a good thing. Transaction volume is a good thing. The other thing, the other presenter that I saw were two people, and they didn't have live streaming sometimes. As I know, as I saw today, you join something midstream, there's not lower thirds going on. I didn't know who the U.S. representative on the House Ways and Means Committee was. But let me tell you something very inspiring to see that the U.S. government at the highest level, some of these people understand the technology of blockchain, the disruptiveness of it, and not disruptive in a bad way, disruptive in the distributed ledger, making lots of things way more efficient, spending our tax dollars way more efficiently, finding places for that money to be spent, checks and balances, a whole number of things that the blockchain brings. And for me to see that at the highest level of government, there are people that understand the technology and understand the cost savings and benefits that will bring to something as gargantuan as our federal government. So that's what I saw today on the rounds. And I'm telling you, when the Fed governor was talking, the St. Louis Fed governor was talking, the market reacted. All right, You put in a really good candle in Bitcoin. And when I saw that action, that's when I got involved. All right, and let's take the vitals and talk about going forward what I want to see on this trade setup. Taking the vitals, our segment every day where we talk about the relative health and or sickness of any particular asset. We're covering the top 10 majors at EndoTech.io, where you can see the sheet every day. It's up right now for the trade overnight because it's morning in Asia. So good morning, Asia. And there we go. Bitcoin out of lower momentum now. First thing that should jump out at you. Bitcoin right now trading 87.34. Low momentum 86.99. So along with that, it's not really a doji. It's a hammer for sure. And Bitcoin over the last 3 or 4 trading days has stalled out at that 50-day moving average. A little clarification. Last night I said that the 50-day hadn't crossed the 100-day. It hadn't crossed it on the weekly chart yet. On the daily, it crossed it a couple weeks ago. Anyway, it's a good sign, man. That is a good sign. Relatively less sick, I will say, Bitcoin is if we can close out of lower momentum on the daily. Relatively less sick. Still not by any means super healthy or a strong bull trending market, but that is a good sign. Ethereum right now trading 735, right? 735, near that higher value, and right there at the center line on the momentum chart. Looking for me, I'm looking for it to go and take out that up momentum level at 776 and close above there for even more strength in Ethereum. All right, we got a short one today, and just stay disciplined. Keep using the sheet. EndoTech.io has launched its portfolio signals on beta and alpha portfolios. If you prefer us to give you the signals on where to enter on these majors in these portfolios, you know, if you're an EndoTech token holder, by all means be paying attention to that. And if you are not, you need to buy some tokens to get access to that incredible information, along with all the rest of the information at EndoTech.io. As this interface builds out, it is going to be a wealth of information for crypto traders, novice to professional. I guarantee you that. All right, you guys have a great trading day tomorrow, and we will see you tomorrow night.